Hello and welcome to my latest tutorial. If you would like to find out how I got this gold black smoky eye look, then please carry on watching. Okay, so first off, you'll notice that I don't have any makeup on at all. That is because I always, if I'm doing a heavier eye, I'll always do my eye makeup first and then go back in with my foundation and concealer and do the rest of my base. That's because normally with a more dramatic eye, you tend to be doing more complicated things and I'm way more likely to mess up. So it means that not only am I not wasting foundation by wiping it away, but when I do put my foundation and concealer on, it gives me the opportunity to tidy up a little bit. So, step one is normally an eye primer, so like an eyeshadow base. However, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Colour Tattoo in Eternal Gold. So these are amazing. They double up as an eye primer and an amazing pigmented base. So I'm going to be applying that all across my lid. I always use my fingers for these because I just find it the easiest way to work with them. I'm now going to be taking a matte brown shade. I'm going to be using one from MAC, which looks like this. It's just a very plain brown, and I'm going to be using that just to contour inside my socket slightly. For that, I'm just using a big fluffy brush. So I'm just going to take some on my brush. I'm just going to apply it into the socket. It just starts to add a little bit more definition. It's very subtle. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Shadowbox, and the first colour that I'm going to be taking is Baked Cowboy, which is a gold colour. You can use any gold colour eyeshadow, and what I'm going to be doing is using a flat shader brush and just packing that onto my eyelid, again over the base shadow, but really sticking to my eyelid, not going above the crease. This just really helps to get that gold lid going before we go in with the black, because the black's probably just gonna mess it all up. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start smoking the eye out a bit. Now normally I do sort of a neutral brown smoky eye, but because this is a more dramatic look, I'm going to be using black, and I'm going to be using the blackest black, which is Blackout from Urban Decay. You can use any black that you'd like, and if you don't want to use black, if you're just starting out, then maybe use a darker brown shade like this Lost colour, and you can build up on that, but I'm just going to go all in and use black. So the two main brushes I'm going to be using for this is a pencil brush and then a shader brush. I'm going to be using the pencil brush to draw a V in the crease of my eye on the outer corner. Then I'm going to be using the shader brush just to shade that out. And I'm going to start slow and slowly build it up. The key is to go slow. So I'm just going to do a V in the corner of my eye. So if you can see, I've done a V in the corner of my eye, and I've also sort of followed the line that a winged eyeliner would do. So once I've got the V, I'm going to be using my blending brush just to blend that out. I forgot the word blend for about 5 minutes then. I had to pause the video and think. So I'm just going to be blending that out. Sticking in the socket, going through the socket, focusing on the outside. I think the great thing about a smoky eye is that you can make it as dramatic as you want. So you could sort of stop here at this sort of stage, obviously doing that eye, but stop at this sort of stage where it is a smoky eye but it's not very dramatic, or you can carry on and go a little bit darker or really dark. Okay, so you could leave it there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in one more time with my pencil brush and add a little bit more black. I just want to make it more dramatic. But you don't have to. Blend, blend, blend. So I'm going to be taking that same pencil brush that still has product on, and I'm not going to get any more from the eyeshadow. I'm going to use what's on the brush just to put it on the outsides of my eyes. And I'm going to blend it down, a bit like I was going through the socket but underneath my eye. Okay, so once we've done that, what I'm going to do is the matte shade that we used earlier, just as a starting point, I'm going to get a little bit of that on the same brush that we used, and I'm just going to blend at the very top of where the shadow ends, just so to make sure there's no harsh lines. Just to add a little bit more brightness to the corner of your eye, I'm going to use that same gold and just put it on the very corners, inner corners of my eye, underneath. To line my eyes, I'm going to use the Barry M Kohl liner, and normally, on a day-to-day basis, I don't line my waterline, but for this look, I'm going to line the upper waterline and the lower waterline. I'm then going to be taking my L'Oreal Super Liner, Ultra Precision, and I'm going to be lining my eyes as thin as I can with a tiny flick at the end. Just before I add mascara, I'm just going to take a tiny little bit of the black on my blending brush, and I'm just going to put a tiny little bit more through your socket. It's totally up to you if you want to do this. It's just to bring the whole thing together. For mascara, I'm going to be using Double Your Chances Volume and Lengthening Mascara from Fomous. This was a super cheap mascara, but I find that it really works well at lengthening and also giving my lashes a little bit more volume. The wand is a bit weird. However, the chunky bit at the end is really good for combing out your lashes and putting them where you want to put them. I've just remembered, before I do that, I'm going to curl them. Always curl. Bad Anna. And this is my finished eye makeup. I'm going to go off now and quickly do my base makeup, and then I will come back and show you the finished look. Okay, so now I've done my base. I haven't gone into that at all. I'm thinking of doing sort of a contouring tutorial, as I've recently just about cracked how to do it. So if that's something that you're interested, then please leave a comment below. I'm going to quickly run over what I'm going to put on my lips, because for this sort of look I really like to tone down my lip colour. So I'm just going to be using a pinky nude lip liner, which is from Kiko, and it's the colour 311, and then I'm going to be using a matte NARS lipstick, which again is just like a brown pinky colour, and this is called, oh my gosh that is small, Bangkok. So what I do is I outline my lips and then draw the colour all over with the lip pencil, and then I'll go in with the lipstick over the top. And this is the finished look. As I said, I haven't gone into my base at all, but I'll leave in the comments below what I've actually got on my face. But if you'd like me to do a detailed tutorial on sort of contouring and a going out base makeup, then please let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!